Oh, that would be so terrible.
I know.
Okay, well, let's see what's happening here. Oh, it's the right book. What more do we want? So we're going to do descriptive statistics. So that means we have to have graphs and we'll have to have variables. And then at the end of the week, we'll do numerical and summary thingies. So a data set's a collection of data values or points in the set. And normally we put brackets around the sets because we're math majors. As usual, there'll be a letter N to represent the size of the set. So it could have 100 things or 400 things or 500,000 things. The set will have a range, a small one and a big one, and the range is the values in between. And it could be very large. The day after the midterm exam in Stats 101, we had 75 data points. So that means we have 75 students, blah, blah, blah. And there are all their scores. I don't think there's 75 there, do you? Yeah, that might be. And we're probably going to have to do something like find the average. Oh, bummer. So there's the midterm scores. Like students everywhere, students want to know how well they're doing, so we'll have to do something and package the stars. So here we go. We have a frequency chart. Frequency table is 1, 1, and 1, 6, and 124. Is that 24 out of 24? Probably. Might be 24 out of 25. It's hard to say. And so in general, yeah, the test was, no one did well on the test. We can readily see from the table one student scored 1 and one student scored 24. Okay, that's fine. Thank you very much. We can do better by showing the information in a better way. Okay, so now we're going to make columns. Excellent. And I can do that in Excel. In my Excel spreadsheet, I can bring in I can put the data down and I can come up and have it go and make a graph like that for me. And I can figure out who the A's are and who the F's are and who everybody in the C's are. I can figure that out too. Bar graphs are easy to read, nice to be made, and they can fit on the piece of paper quite well. They show a relative frequency of the data. So now I'm going in, what's this? Test scores part 2. Oh, now I'm showing percentage. So the percentage grade, not the, so my score is 10, but, 20-some%. 21% of the students got a 10. That doesn't do anything for me at all. This allows anyone who wishes to know the actual frequencies can do that. We have pictograms. Pictograms, who made up that word? The point of a pictogram is to use the information and see, oh, there we go. Oh, yes, there looks like a bar graph to me. But now we're going to use happy faces. And we're going to have A's, B's, and C's. Oh, sad faces? Sad faces and happy faces?
Sad faces and happy faces.
Oh, yes. This is definitely an overachiever type person who's going to do that. So bring your crayons for the next test because you may have to use them to make multiple things.
I don't have crayons. I only have markers.
Oh, markers. Okay, well, that probably worked. This is a pictogram showing money. And now we're showing millions of dollars of sales. And I don't know who XYZ Corp is, but so it's a pictogram if it's a bar graph that has pictures on it. And now we aren't doing as well. Well, at least we never went down. The difference between two pictograms can be sketching the sale. We can have vertical axes. We can cheat by using the choice of a vertical scale. So that's it?
That's it.
That's all there is?
Yep.
All right, well, let's look and see if we can do problem number 1. Problem number 1. Oh, bummer. Make a frequency table of the Chemistry 103 scores. Okay, we will do that. So it looks like we have 10s. We don't have any 20s, no 30s, no 40s. We have 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Do we have 100s? I don't think we have any 90s either. I have 90, okay.
I have 110.
I have a 10. All right, now we're going to go down and put dits. Okay, so I got one of them, one of them, one of them, one of them, another one of them, one of them, one of them. I'm just so professional at doing this. It's pathetic, I know. That one, 4, 60, 70. At least I didn't bring out the spreadsheet to do it. That would have wasted more time. There's no 90. Who said there was a 90?
You did.
I did?
Yep.
No, I agreed there was a 90. Okay, so score, frequency. If you can't spell frequency, don't bother. 10, 1, 53, 67, 76, 85, 90, 0, 100, 2. I don't want to put a 90, 0 in, do you? We'll just get rid of it. We don't need it. We don't need no stinking 90, 0. Okay, so that was number 1. All right, number 2, make a bar graph showing the actual frequencies of the test scores. Okay, I'm going to make a bar graph now. Okay, so, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I bet you I can use something like that. Oh, isn't that just so special? I bet you wish you could have done that in 8th grade. That is just so special. Okay, well that looks pretty good. I bet you I got a bar maker too. Alright, so we need 10, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100. And that'd be a shape, right? Yeah. Well, went too high. 10, 50, 70, 80, 2. And we wouldn't be done if we didn't fill it in, right? So where do I fill it in? Here we go, fill it in. Fill it in with red. Oh, not gonna fill it in for me? There we go. That's the fill it in thing. And fill it in with red. And green. And purple.
Pink.
Pink. Pink, pink, pink.
Pink is the rainbow.
Is there a rainbow? Pink. Is that pink? I don't know if that's pink or
I don't
not.
like that color pink.
And black. Oh, you
It's
don't.
like Pepco.
How about that?
That
Pretty,
one works.
how about Iowa Western Blue? How's that? Okay, there we go. Now Now we have number 2 done. Overachieving on number 2. Do we have to do 3?
No.
5. All right, so I'm going to make a pie chart. Okay. We'll go back to the shapey thingy.
Pie charts aren't called 2.
Well, that's okay. I think we can overachieve and make them today.
Okay, sounds good.
But you're probably right. What in the world? Cut. I think I was, I don't know, something happened. I don't know what it was. Okay, so go like, oh, way to go. Maybe we better cover 2 before we do the pie chart. And one last time, see if I can get it right. All right, that looks good. All right, so now I got a pie chart. All right, make a pie chart of the results of the musical aptitude test. Okay, so there's 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. There's 80 students, right? So I got 80 students. And this is number 5. Okay, so if I go 24 divided by 80 times 360, I'm going to want 108 degrees. 108. And then if I go 16 divided by 80 times 360, I want 72 degrees. And if I go 20 divided by 80 times 360, I have 90 degrees. And then if I go 12 divided by 80 times 360, I'm going to have 54 degrees. And 5 divided by 80 times 360, 22.5 degrees. 3 divided by 80 times 360, 13.5 degrees. All right. So I got that all figured out. Okay, so I could take probably that guy. So if I go there, and I go there, get rid of that one.
Our pie's not gonna look as pretty as yours.
Not my fault. Okay, so there's that guy. There's the 90 guy, and then we need an 80 guy, and then we need a 108 guy, 108 guy, and then we need a 50-something guy, and then a 22 and a 13. What do you think? Oh, can I fill it in? No, can't fill it in. All right, so there we go. Can't change the colors, but this is, where's my 80 guy? There's my 80 guy. There's my 90. Here's my 108. This is my 80 up here. Everybody knew that though, right? And this is the 54, the 22, and the 13. All right, is that messy enough for you now? Makes your standards perfect. What was that? That was 5? What does number 11 say? Number 11. How many students took the quiz? What percentage of the students scored a 2? If a grade of 6 or more desired. Okay, so I think we can do 11. Like, we may have to think about it. That could be bad. But other than that, okay, so we're using the bar chart above. Okay, I see the bar chart above. And so it's number of students. 4, 10, 17, 22, 28, 36, 40. So I have 40 students. Oh, how many students took the quiz? 40 students. I knew there's a reason I was doing that. So you want to take the test over this chapter now, or do you want to continue going? What percentage of the students scored 2 points? Okay, so we'll have to vote on it. 0%, 100%. Okay, how many are voting for 0%? 1, 2. How many are voting for 100%? None. So 2 are abstaining. So the correct answer is 100% scored 2 points, right? The guy that got 10 right scored 2 points, right?
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I got what it means.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure what it means myself, but that's the way I would interpret it, that they wanted, so I would, that's the way I would go. C. If a grade of 6 or more was needed to pass the quiz, what percentage of the student passed the quiz? Okay, 6 or more. So I got 5, I have 11, I have 19, 23. So I got 23 out of 40 times 100% gives me an answer.
56.
I have 920. I hit the multiply button. Huh? What? 56 and a 57 and a half. Is that what you're trying to tell me? 57.5%. And then we'd say, G, I don't have 3 significant digits, so I'd call it 58%. And then we'd say, I only have 1 significant digit, 60%. So any of those answers would be perfectly okay. I wouldn't care one way or the other. 15. 15. Estimate how much money the federal government spent on defense in the year 2000. Okay, on the previous page, we've got that. Okay, so, in the year 2000. In the year 2007. Okay, that's better. Number 15. A. Well, if we have 22.8% on defense, and the total budget was 2.9 trillion, and we multiply those together, we'd probably get an answer. $661 billion. Calculate the size of the central angle to the nearest degree for each of the segments. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, so the central angle means this angle right here. Alright, so I need 28.4% of 360. I need 8.2% of 360. I need 19.1% of 360. 21.5% of... Now, central angle, that's not part of this class. That's the only chapter in the book where they talk about central angle. That's not fair. Throw in something. You're just going to have to make up what it is. All right, now I'm ready. Maybe we should do it in radians. What do you think? Nearest degree, is that what it says? Yeah, nearest degree. 102 degrees. 30 degrees. Way to go. $69 degrees. $77 degrees. And 82 degrees. Oh, okay. That was 1521. Turn the page. How many teams in the Major League Baseball had a payoff? How many teams in Major League Baseball had a payoff of more than 110 million in 2008? Now, how in the world am I supposed to do this problem when it's and everything I need is on the other page? Okay, I see it. Payoffs more payroll more than 110. Payroll more than 110. 8 plus 1 is 9. Wow, that was hard. I had to think about that. How many teams had a payroll between 130 and 140 million? 130 and 140 million. 8. No. I can't tell. How am I going to know that? Okay, 130 and 140. Okay, so there's 4 greater than 130 and 1 greater than 140. So 4 minus 1 is 3. Which begs the issue, did I get the other one right? A. More than 110 million. Yeah, I think I got that one right. 6 and 4. More than 110. Yep, I got that one right. Okay. Excellent. All right, that's 21. 23. Okay. We have new words. Medium, mean. Don't know what those mean yet, so we'll have to go back and open another spreadsheet or whatever. What's these things called anyway? Now, the bad news is what I did last term was teach the statistics class. So it's like I've already did all this already. Should be done. Variables. All right, well, the concept of a variable. I have an X. I have a Y. I have students. I have partial credit. I have tenths of a second. I have a quantitative variable. I could have a variable like green. I have discrete variables like shoe size. I have a category. So my categorical variable could be quantitative. Could be a gender. In some ways, category variables need to be treated differently than numerical variables, blah, blah, blah. In Utah, we're building a set of servers to check on all you guys to see which one of you guys are the Taliban sympathizers. Yeah, spying on you. They'll find it out. They'll come get you. They'll come get you. Then it won't be a problem. Then you have your own sweet little room and 3 meals a day and an exercise court and all. You know, life would be great, right? Let's see, Table 4-3 shows undergraduate enrollment at some university in the following majors. I don't believe it. The sixth category is Other, which are undeclared, interdisciplinary, and so on. Okay, I got it. I have majors, and I have enrollment. Excellent. And now I got a bar chart. So I've got vertical bar charts, and I have horizontal bar charts. And this sounds like a TV commercial. You know? All right, so I can go horizontal, I can go vertical. And I can have pie charts. I can have slices of pie. And if I know that a circle is 360 degrees, I can figure out how many degrees I have in the pie. And now I have a pie chart of all the students that I have. And then I can calculate the number of degrees that I got. Isn't that nice? Nielsen Media Research Data. The percentage of TV audience. How come you guys aren't watching Dancing with the Stars tonight? Anyway. Oh, I know why. Because you're here stuck with me. The audience watching TV between 8 and 11 is broken up into year groups. Okay, well, the 2-year-olds should be in bed already, so same thing with the 11-year-olds. And all the teenagers, they should be in bed too. And adults should be in bed too, so it shouldn't be a problem, right? And now we have a pie chart breaking up the audience by age group. All right, well, that seems reasonable. Is anyone not watching TV? Yeah, there might be some people working, right? Could be. The problem with the conclusion that children make up only 15% of the population at large and teens 8% relative, blah, 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 blah. Who cares? All right. How many categories do we have? Is it best to have those categories? Are they reasonable? Are they too big? Are we too lazy to make them different? No, the Nielsen people, they have huge computers, so it really doesn't matter. They can do anything, make the data anything that they want it to be. The college dream and aspiration of a million high school seniors often write on their SAT. I didn't even think a million kids took the SAT score anymore. None of my students ever took the SAT. Now, my kids, poor Margaret, I made her take it 5 times, starting in 9th grade, until she got it right.
I never took them.
Yeah, I didn't either. I have 2 master's degrees. I never took the SAT score test. Yeah.
20.
My sisters did.
Mm-hmm.
They go to Yale though.
Yeah, I go to Yale. That's why you're not in Yale. You never took the SAT exam. Yeah, could be. Sarah, the 3rd child, only took it once. She was the one that went to the Coast Guard Academy, and she got high enough the first time. That's all that mattered. But now we have a written section of the SAT and a critical reading section. Teachers also have another set of tests that they get to take coming out of college. What are those? Practice tests? Yeah. And I took the physics one in Connecticut 17 years ago, and I was the only person to pass the physics one in Connecticut that year. Now, I was probably the only one taking the physics one in Connecticut that year. That's beside the point, because physics majors normally aren't high school teachers. So, but anyway.
What is wrong with you?
What was wrong with? Well, I was retiring from the Navy, and I thought I wanted to teach physics, so I took that. I took the math one. I took the physics one.
They were paying for it, so why not?
Yeah. So what the heck, And then I ended up passing. The problem is that 61 different possible scores between 200 and 800, so that's not good on the SAT. So how are we going to know who falls where, into what categories and what intervals there are? So here's intervals broken up by 50s, and how many people are in there. 750 to 800. Yeah. And none of my kids got that high, but they did get down here. Now, the problem with the first child is that you don't know that these tests are important. So my first child only took it once in 10th grade, Christine. She got 600 math, 600 verbal, which was plenty high enough to get into Penn State. She never took it again. And we never thought that if you would score higher on it, you could get scholarship money. So it never occurred to us. So anyway, SAT scores are important. Here we are. We should have scores like that. Now, these scores have been going down over the last 20 years. We haven't been, it would seem like our high school teachers could figure out how to teach us better, so these scores go up over time, but they haven't figured that part out yet. What you do, I have no clue how you can change the verbal score, the English score. I have no clue how that works. But you can change your kid's math score by just doing it. Because the questions on the SAT exam are not the questions you get in math class. They're all weasel worded. So if you go and get the normal prep thing for the SAT and just go over those questions with them every day for a half hour for 5 weeks, you'll increase their score by 150 points on the math section easily. And that's what I did with my son Billy when they were too low to get into UConn. We just practiced doing it. Now there's nothing I could do about the English part, because either you've read the comic books or you haven't read the comic books, and there's nothing you can do about that. But the math thing, you can get around the weasel wording. The process of converting test scores to numerical grades is another issue. Grading on the curve. Now, if I have a real curve, what does that mean? Well, that means that 83% of you get a C. Well, what's 83% of 4 people? All 4 of you, right? Well, that's not good. We're not going to do that. We're going to better come up with a better way to do it, right? Yeah. But that's what I would do. So here we go. Now we have a test that's curved. 26 D's. Way to go. Way to go, class. 1A. 10 F's. Obviously, the curve is not good. So we're going to have to choose a different curve. All right, so we have something that looks like that. And now we're going to go and curve it. No, we're not going to curve it differently. Capture-Recapture the method. When numerical variables are continuous, it's possible. I think we do that later on. Histogram. What's a histogram? You think? I think a histogram is a bar graph that doesn't have space between the bars. Is that what a histogram is? We'll find out real soon here. All right, so now we have students, and we have students getting salaries. Okay, that's better. Students are getting, oh, that's right. A histogram, a bar graph, you have space between the bars. A histogram, no space between the bars. Who made up that rule? I don't know. Probably some 8th grade math teacher made up that rule 50 years ago or something. No. Doesn't look like a histogram to me. It looks like a bar chart with no space between the bars. Yeah. And should we always belong? Do we always have to belong to some interval or be left out? Oh, bummer. I could be left out. I could make $150,000 and not be part of the group. When creating histograms, we should try to be as positive as possible, be as much as possible. Try. We're going to have to try. That's what we have to do, to make the intervals of equal length. Because if they're unequal length, then that would look bad. Oh, we're done. Well, that does create a problem, doesn't it? All right. But I guess we made it to 21. It's not even halfway. Okay, we better do some more homework problems. Number 23. consider the data set. 3 minus 5, 7, 4, 8, 2, 8 minus 3 minus 6. And we want to know the average. So I'm going to go and I'm going to sum them together and divide by the number that I got, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I got 9 of them. 3, I've got minus 2. I have 5, 9, 17, 19, 19, 10, 18. 1.8. I want to find the medium. So that means I want to find the guy in the middle. All right, so I'm going to line them up minus 3, minus 6, minus 6, minus 5, 3, minus 3, 3, 4, oh, what a bummer. Do it all over again. Minus 6, minus 5, minus 3, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. The guy in the middle is a 3. And then consider a different data set. No, it's the same. No, a different data set. Obtain by adding one more data point. What is the average and what is the median? Okay, so the B guy, average. Okay, we used to have 18, now we added a 2 and we're dividing by 11 because we added one more data point. And then we want to know the median by adding a 2. Okay, so if we add a 2, that would be there. So 1, 2, so we're going to be here between the 3 and the 2, so the 3 and the 2, so the median's going to be 2.5. And now we take our calculator and go 20 divided by 11. 1.818 repeating. That doesn't look very professional, does it? We'll change it to a fraction. Oh, good. 20 11ths. Wonderful. Okay. 1 and 9 11ths. Is that better? Or would you rather just have 1.8? 1.8. Yeah, that'd probably be okay. 31. Okay. 31. Table shows the percentage. What is the average score? Okay, so we got to go 4 times 7% plus 5 times 11% times plus 6 times 19% plus 7 times 24% plus 8 times 39% divided by 100%. Also known as 1. Alright, so got my calculator. I'm ready to go. 0.07 times 4 plus 0.11 times 5 plus 0.19 times 6 plus 0.24 times 7 plus 0.39 times 8 equals. Average score is 4.4. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Not even one little bit. I don't think that. Alright, so I obviously fat fingered a key someplace. Okay. 0.07 times 4 plus 5 times 0.11 plus 6 times 0.19 times 7 times 0.24. Oh, bummer.
You don't divide by 100, do you?
Plus. No, because that's 1. So I wouldn't do that.
6.77.
Plus. What'd you get?
6.77.
Must be true. 6.77. Must be the average. Alright, so that must be the A answer. Yeah, you could divide by 100%. Would that be like dividing by 1? Now, the medium is a different issue. Okay, so we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we have 39% over here on the 8. And we have 7 and 11% over here. So 7 and 11 is 17. So if I go 17 that way, and I go 17 this way, I still have 22 left over. So I guess I have 22% left over here on the 8. And then I got 19 there. And I subtract 22 from 19. So 7 is my medium guy. It's my medium score. So I can't line them up like I did last time, but I have to do it by percentage. So I'm going to be in the 7s when I get halfway that way. So 20, 30, 37%, 39% I'm past that way, so I'm going to be in the 7 someplace. Doesn't matter where in the 7. So my medium score is 7. Okay, with that we have to go home. Because to go any further, gonna have to do the next section, and we really don't want to do the next section.
Can you go back to 23 minutes?
A whole minute? Okay, I'll set my watch.
1 minute.
All right. A whole minute? 23.
So, you divide by 9 and not 10, because there's only 9.
Oh, bummer. There's only 9?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're right. So I have to divide by 9. So it'll be 2. Bummer. And then I got to divide by 10 because I add 1,
Yep.
and that's still 2.
Mm-hmm.
Bummer. That's why I got red on my smartboard, so I can go back and get the right answer if I mess it up. Oh, I know what we have to do. We have to take the quiz. I knew there was something we had to do. Oh, where did I put the quiz? That's it. Quiz 1. Now, because we talked about basic quiz, we'll only have to go over the quiz this turn and I'll read it again. Better idea, we'll read it together. What? Too many questions?